I'm Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress of the Sun Tarot. Today we are doing something a little different. We are going to be doing a set change. We have moved a little bit, so we are going to just do a little tarot, and so I'm gonna just clear the energy a little bit, and we shall begin. So Dave did a little sound bath in earlier, just to kind of clear the energy. So I am going to. Hi from India. Welcome. What time is it in India right now? Here it's a little after 11 a.m. I am going to begin with just a general reading, and then we will get into doing questions. 8:40 p.m. How is the weather there today? It's a little chillier here today. We're going into fall, so definitely having shorter days here. So we are just going to get the general reading, and then we will go from there. The cards that came out are the Archangel Raziel, which is wisdom, inspiration, and the Akashic Records. The kinship card, which I feel like is definitely, tied to family karma. The bottom of the deck is the personal guide, guardian angel, and soul family, which, that's what we're trying to create here, our soul family, trying to help with give guidance, on the path. Definitely, I feel like, the next card is the past life guide. So I feel like your ancestors are definitely guiding you, because that's karmic lessons and present assistance. So I feel like you can call them in and ask for help. And the last card is the wisdom of the Magi, which is mental clarity. So I feel like as you call in your ancestors and guides and just look at patterns of your life, you can work on healing some things, that is part of your Chiron. But definitely things we definitely need to heal. But there's lots of help, available to you. When I was moving my cards in here, this deck really was, wanting to talk. So we are going to get some messages from there and move on. Hi, Dave. Thanks for moderating for me today. Thanks everyone for joining. We're just going to do a little general, then we're going to get into questions. So I hope everyone is doing well. We are just going to call on someone as we're going. And as I call on you, we're just going to ask you your question. Celia doesn't like when the chat gets really spammed. So we're just going to ask if you could just, do a little, work on doing a little connection with each other. And as the chat's going, she's going to call on you, and then she'll have you post your question. But she just doesn't want the chat to get spammed. She feels it's disrespectful to, me, her, to my moderator, and to all of you that are watching. So she would like you just to, sometimes we have to work on building our community. So she's wanting that. So she's wanting just, everybody just have a little conversation, maybe start posting where you're from, or, how is your weather there today? Or just, we're just, wanting to build connection. She's feeling like, as, somebody drops a question and just leaves it, it's not being equal. So she's just wanting, to work on our, building our community, community, your group. So that's what I feel like she's asking, for us to work on all of that together. So we are going to pull a few tarot and then we will get going. But she's just, yeah. Yeah. Dave, I should have brought my book in here. Big Wave Sound Therapy is Dave. That is my husband, my twin flame. So everybody say hi to Dave. He is my love. Yeah, we will get a little tarot. So she's saying shuffle it once more. So we're going to do that and then split it, she says. So the first card out is the Ten of Cups. So, it's about bringing yourself to that personal healing and happiness. The next cup is the Seven of Cups. What do that's sometimes about making a choice. She's holding her hand up in this card. So, I feel it's making a choice of what do you want. And sometimes, she's got a veil. Sometimes we can't see, what we need to see. And sometimes we have to dig deeper. So I feel like it's asking you to, oh, thanks, Dave. He brought me my book. I love to just have it around me. He is the best. So, but I feel like it's guiding you, to really, think about what you want. And, sometimes we have the illusion of what we want, and that's not actually, I have the most freedom in the relationship I have with Dave than I've had in any other relationship ever. We have a great connection. He's my love. The next card out is the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like it's, telling you to take your time and think about what do you want. That's also about growing and nurturing yourself. I feel like, we're on the spiritual path and, we learn little pieces of wisdom as we're going along. And I feel like it's talking now about the root, what's going on, because we get the Akashic records, we get, past life guides. So I feel like that's telling you, there's something really deep. She's saying really deep that needs to be dug into, some, pattern or something that needs healed. And as you heal that, you can really bring in that Ten of Cups. The next card is the Six of Pentacles, which is about reciprocity. I know in my relationship with Dave, there has to be equal reciprocity. If there's not, and one of us is out of balance on our own personal energy, it throws our relationship off. If one of us teeters too far into, the other energy. So I feel like make sure in your relationships you're having equal balance, because that's one of the things that I found in my past relationships. There wasn't always equal balance. And when you're not having that equal balance, it can it gets very one-sided. And then I hear it leads to disappointment. Because the bottom of the deck is the Five of Wands, which, can be that chaos and conflict. So it gets out of balance. I do notice we have the 5 here, and then we have 6, 7 in here. And we have a 7 up here and here. So we have 3 7s, which, 7s are being divinely guided. So I feel like with these cards all being minors, that this is saying this is your chance to do the work to figure out what do you want, what kind of relationship do you want? Do you want a relationship that is balanced, that's happy, that both people are giving equally, or are your relationships being like this, one hand's up and one hand's down, and then that causes this mental chaos that, we're trying to dig ourselves out of and get towards this Ten of Cups. So I feel like it's definitely about your karma, past life karma, especially. So maybe look into the Akashic records, because I feel like that's what's blocking, that Two of Cups, that, that thing you're wishing to bring in. So we will pick these up and then we will move into personal questions. So I hope everyone is doing well today. We are going to do things a little different for anyone that's just joining. We are not going to have you put your questions in the chat yet. I'm going to have you just, say hi, maybe say where you're from, and then we're just going to call people off the list and then have you put your question in. I may even call the next person just so you can go ahead and do it. But Celia's wanting to we are just evolving and changing and finding what works best. So as we do that, we're just going to, change things up. One thing I really learned on this, every on my personal journey is to, go with the flow. And Celia's wanting change and growth with things. And so we're just going to do that. So she feels who needs to hear the messages will be drawn to us, and we will just go from there, because we just have to, she wants to make sure she's not being listened to in the highest manner. She doesn't like it when, earlier we ended the live because there was somebody kind of wanting to argue with me, and she's just not going to tolerate it. She's just going to take a step back and walk away. So we're just going to try it different. I know a lot of you guys are really supportive and not doing that, and I greatly appreciate it. And you guys know I'm going to answer your questions. So yeah, she's just wanting it to be a little less chaotic with, this chat getting spammed. Yeah, she just wants everybody, to treat other people how you would like to be treated. If you came in to ask your question and the chat was completely spammed with someone, would you appreciate that? I don't feel like anyone would. So she's just wanting us to, yeah. So anyway, we are going to start with questions. We're going to start with Lisa. Good morning from Ohio. Lisa, can you post your question for me? And then we get good morning, Miss Lovely, from Columbia, but live in Miami. Miss Lovely, you can also post your question and we'll get you next. But we're just trying things a little different. See my new set? We kind of moved me into a brighter room. It's very nice. We've decided the house is going to become, just our whole studio. Sherry Lee, we're going to get you next. Lisa, good morning. Thank you for taking my question. Can you tell me the next 60 days will hold for my love life? Yes, absolutely. I would like to thank everyone for liking the channel and subscribing. Good morning, Priyanka. How are you doing today? Thanks for all your help yesterday. We greatly appreciate it. Hi, MD007. Thanks for all your help always, too. We get the getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So that's a really good one for you, Lisa. And then we get forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. So both are really good energies. So I feel like it may be somebody that you have already met. So you want me to pull you a couple tarot for you, Lisa. We get the King of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant. So that's a couple of fives, which is, definitely about change. Sometimes that five is about, with that Hierophant coming out after that Five of Pentacles, about moving to a higher level of commitment, I feel like, or even strengthening your spiritual work. Get the King of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. I feel like you're going to get a brand new opportunity to make a choice. Maybe to rekindle something, maybe something circling back around, because with this card, I feel that circling back around, she's saying. So I feel like as you're working on your energy, being in this Queen of Pentacles energy, that you can really, if you're wanting to bring a relationship back around, I feel like it can definitely happen, Lisa. Or if it's a job or any other part of your life that you're wanting to circle back around. But I feel like it's in love, and I feel like it's somebody you already know. It may be somebody from the past that caused you some hurt, and sometimes we have to figure out, what is the lesson from that, and then move forward. Hi, Danny, baby. Thanks for joining. Miss Lovely. Let me see Miss Lovely's question. Miss Lovely, did you post your question? Let me look. Oh, it looks like you retracted. If you can repost it, what are Josephine's feelings towards me? You get the religious factors card. Your love life is being influenced by your religious upbringing or your spiritual path. You are very welcome, Lisa. And the bottom of the deck for you, Miss Lovely, is make the effort. Your love life is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So I feel like the feelings are there, but I feel like it's part of your spiritual path. I feel like as you're doing some healing work, that's gonna come back around. If there's no contact, I'm hearing maybe make the effort. You can even energetically, send that person, here's a little, send them a ball of love. Sometimes I just, bring my hands together and I think of that person and I just put them in an energy ball and I just feel like the love for them. And then you can energetically feel that ball moving. My ball's getting bigger. And then I'm sending them all the love I can send them. And then I literally just toss them that energy and just send them love. And that person can feel that energy. So, yeah, I feel like send an energetic message. Miss Lovely's what, yeah, that's what Celia's saying. She told me to put my glasses on and have a sip of tea, so we are going to move. Actually, I can't even see it now, so we're going to not do that. So let me see. You will just do it that way, and we're just going to try it a little differently. Sherry Lee, General. Then Danny will get you. How are you feeling today, Danny? I know it's a beautiful sunshiny day here. I'm really enjoying it. So we are going to get for Sherry Lee, and then we're going to get for Danny. And Sherry Lee, you get the Six of Swords. The King of Pentacles. And we get one more. So we get the Six of Swords, the King of Pentacles. The bottom of the deck is the Ten of Swords. And then we get the Stars, so some healing. So I feel like you're moving to a better direction. Sherry Lee, Celia's saying past, present, future. So I feel like in the past, you moved away from a situation that wasn't serving you. Because in this card, she's alone. She does look very sad though, but I feel like you're currently working on building your stability. And I feel like as you do that, you're going to bring in that wish you're wanting. But yeah, I feel like you walked away from something. If you haven't walked away, you're going to be doing that soon because you're going to gain that, clarity. Sometimes I get with the King of Swords, he's really definitely into his thoughts versus feeling from his heart. So I feel like, also I feel like there could be a lot of messages coming in with, the animals, the birds speak to me so much. So I feel like that's going to bring you into balance. Also could be a new person coming in. I'm feeling very drawn between the Justice card and this King of Swords. So I feel like you may be gaining relationship on a past life contract or clarity on something from your past. But in the future is the Star card, Sherry, which is, that wish fulfillment card. I'm getting my hair done this weekend. My color needs touched up. My daughter does my hair. I'm so lucky. Got to get the red because, that age thing. So, Danny, we're going to get a general for you. I hope everyone is doing very well. So, Danny, we're going to get a twin flame message for you. I think I might do a twin flame reading later. Let me see if I can get Dave to watch my granddaughter. We're going to go pick her up later. She's going to come spend the night. So Danny, we get the Three of Pentacles, which to me, is that it is a contract card. It's, working together. For me, this card is, I feel me and Dave and Celia working together because Celia is, both of our higher guides. So I feel like there is, a soul contract there. We get the Death card. We get the Eight of Pentacles. We get the 10 of Pentacles, and then we get the Knight of Swords. And bottom of the deck is the Hermit, which, that Hermit's, doing that work. I know I've said when I was in the Divine Masculine energy, I had a lot of inner work to do. So I feel like your person's just taking some time, but we got this Death card. So I feel like as you're doing your work, it's going to really bring stuff forward. And I feel like when you have that movement, it's going to be super quick. You can energetically shift something literally so quickly. I literally had the statement of I'm dating for marriage to somebody, and literally the next person I dated was Dave, and we got married. So I do have a granddaughter. She's 3. She's the light of my life. We call her our pure positive energy. She's like the sweetest thing ever. And she lets you know when you're in alignment. If you're not in alignment, she will go the other way. So she is always a great example of where we are energetically, good or bad. So, yes, 3 is so sweet. MD007, would you like a card? So he wants to go ahead and take care of you guys off that, really help the channel. And then Mysterious Girl, how are you doing today? We are doing things a little differently. Instead of posting the questions over and over, Celia wants you just to have a little conversation in the chat, and we're going to call you and have you ask your question. She just wants it a little bit different. General for you, MD? Absolutely. And then PC, how are you doing today? And get MD, you get the Devil card, and then we get the 8 of Swords on the bottom. So watch your, watch your thoughts. Don't let your thoughts get the best of you when you're thinking about that person from the past. If you have an attachment to somebody from the past, as you let that energy go and really focus on the lighter, happier, funner energy, it makes it easier if you're really, it's asking you to definitely do some healing on it. And that's going to, bring that change in with the Judgment card. That's definitely, taking and elevating things to a new level. You do have 3 major arcanas here. So I feel like this relationship is divinely guided, but I feel like it's which way do you want to look at it? From this light, easy, we're going to build a future long-term thing, or are you going to, be tied to the past? That Devil card doesn't look that great. So, yeah. So that's for you, MD. Nope, he's working. He's here today. He's on Big Wave Sound Therapy, PC. So Dave's around. Thank you, Lisa. Did you have another question? Yes, children are the best. Macy is my sweetheart. You say, what love is, and, you always say, about your children, but, that grandchild is a part of your child, and that just, and a lot of times it's a little easier because we get to play with her and then she goes home. So anyway, we're just going to keep going. Just talking into your future. my mom passed away when I was when I was 29 and she was 50, and my thing was, I always said after that, I wanted to be there when my grandchildren grew up. So that is my personal goal to, you know, be there when my grandchild grows up. So I'm going to do that. So um, just y'all give me just 1 second. I need to take care of something because um oh, I did the wrong one. Me, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry, I was trying to get the wrong one. I'm trying to just learn how to do this. So me, just a second. I accidentally put you in timeout. I didn't mean to. Um, darn it. I should have just let my moderators do it, but somebody was like, posting, and so you just like stop it. So sometimes I just let her do it. So I'm very sorry, me. As soon as you time out, I'm gonna get your question. So you just like we're gonna make up for that. So sorry. Um, Somebody was just starting to spam the chat, and Celia wanted it to stop. Mash, how are you doing? You can post your question. Monica, you can go ahead and post your question too. We're we're trying not to spam the chat. We're trying to just make it, easy for everybody. And as Celia calls on you, we'll do that. There we go. Yes, PC, you can ask a question. Monica, why does my twin flame zodiac Pisces tell me maybe he is angry with me and want to reunite? Okay, Monica, we're going to get a card for you. Then we're going to get PC's question. And then Ash, you can ask your question too. Monica, it looks like it's going to really turn around quickly. You just have to change your thoughts because you get the 10 of swords, which is, swords are all about our own thoughts, and you're focusing on this. And I feel like as you let that go, that attachment, so he's like, focus on your self-care and your self-love. The more you love yourself, the easier it is to bring that in, because we get the Knight of Pentacles, and then we get the Lover's card and the Hierophant, which that is, I feel that's union, coming together in some sort of relationship. But I feel like that can't move forward till you let go of this Five of, Cups energy. Sometimes we're really, thinking about the past. And as you do that, there's still these two cups over here. And as one of those cups, you have to fill your own cup up. And if you're not, filling your own cup, being in that, Queen of Wands energy, as you do step into that energy, you get that judgment, which is going to bring that, full circle back around to you, Monica. So I feel like it's saying to just change your energy. And we are going to get, PC, did you ask your question? I don't see it, but you can definitely ask one. And then Ash, how will I meet my future spouse? Ash, I'll just tell you, when I met Dave, I instantly knew, like we knew that very first night. And yeah, it'll be life-changing for you, because you get the Death card, and then you get the Two of Swords, and then you get the Seven of Wands. I will just say, when I met Dave, and then we get the Hierophant, Dave really transformed my life. It made me see everything in a different perspective. And it made me have to be really strong in my boundaries, which I have to do a lot. So when you do step into this new thing, I feel like it's definitely, it's going to change. But when it does, we don't always know the way it's going to change us. And for me, like, I have to learn to stand in my boundaries. Thank you, Dave. So I feel like big changes coming though. We are in this, transformation energy, and then, sometimes it's about making that choice and not really seeing where it's going to go. When I met Dave, at first I thought it was, we were moving into, I had moved to the point of, on my dating thing, it said we were, I was an energy healer. I didn't even have anything about me personally up on my dating profile. I was, had moved into the point of, I was just attracting for that. So just know that as you attract that person in, it's going to bring a lot of change into your life. More change than you don't always see. So I don't know. That was a guided message from Celia. So we are going to get PC's question. Will there be action from the Aquarius in November? He's acting cold. I hope things really improve. So PC, we're going to get yours. I hope everyone is having a really good day. Yeah, we're just trying to take things a little easier. She wants it to be more fun and not to end up in a stressful situation, because as soon as I feel any kind of negative energy channeled at me, I'm really sensitive to the energy, and Celia just will step back. And as soon as she steps back, she's like, stop. So, yeah. Me, I know I did not mean to. I'm so, so sorry. So if you have a question, post it. I will do you right after I do PC. I'm so sorry. I did not mean it. Yes, please ask. I'm so sorry. So we are going to get one for the Aquarius for PC. PC, we get the Lovers card. There's another one underneath. I don't know what it is yet, though. Sometimes you just have to focus somewhere else, because then we get the Seven of Cups, and, he's really focused on one thing, but, there's many other cups there. So we get, you're going to love this, PC. We get the Lovers, and we get the Sun card, which is beautiful. The Hierophant on the bottom of the deck. We get the Five of Swords, which, choose the energy you want to be in. Do you want to be in that Five of Swords energy, or do you want to be in the Sun and the Lovers? I feel like you get the choice. So you get the choice. So you say, and be happy. She tells Dave that all the time. Just be happy. Be joyously happy. So some message in that there. We're going to get your question next, which is, what are Am's feelings towards me? Guidance for me. Yeah, me, the person under you is going to just spam the chat, and they do it all the time, and so you just isn't having it today. So we get the Sun on the bottom of the deck. That's super good. And then we get the Fool, the Chariot, the Hanged Man, the Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. I feel like this is really being divinely guided, but I feel like it's telling you this is your part, me. Make sure you're standing in your power and having boundaries, and really listening, because in that card, she's listening to the universe, and I feel like the universe is sending you messages. It's definitely going to move you forward on your spiritual path, because, you start at the Fool, then the Chariot, the Hangman. That's a really quick progression. So I feel like your path is really moving you forward to help you stand in your power, to bring you to that happy, as Celia was just talking about. And we get the Lover. So I feel like there will be contact and forward movement the more you stand in your power. So there you go. Kritka, yes, you can ask your question. Blue Sky, you can ask your question. Priyanka, did you ask your question? Because, Priyanka, I will definitely. Oh, Priyanka, you got timed out. We will. When you come back, I'll get your message, because you were definitely helping me yesterday. You are very welcome. Me, have a great day. Blue Sky, how does Joel feel about me? My name is Rafia. We have the Hierophant. We have the Strength card. We have the Star card. Wow. That is really strong, powerful feminine energy for me on these cards. So I feel like he feels like you're really standing in your power. So I feel like that's beautiful energy that you're in your strength and doing your healing. And we get the King of Pentacles on the bottom with the Four of Cups. So I feel like he's really thinking about you, even if he's not making contact with you. He's definitely thinking about you. I feel like you're both doing some healing work. With the Strength and the Hierophant on your spiritual path, definitely super divinely guided with those three cards. So that's for you, Blue Sky. Critica, will my ex contact and reconcile in November, December? You are very welcome. Mash, you can ask. We get the Seven of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel like it's going to take a little bit longer than that because, in that card, she's being very quiet and having boundaries. And the Seven of Pentacles, is a card about waiting. And then we have the Page of Cups on the bottom. And that's about a messenger. But I feel like, in this card, he's very disconnected. And the Hanged Man. So I feel like it may take a little bit longer. And I'd like to thank MD007 and Big Wave Sound Therapy for moderating, and Danny for always moderating for me. I appreciate it. Celia appreciates it. Mash, how do boys feel about my beauty and personality? Mash, I'll just tell you, the better in alignment you are, the better you're going to look. Truly, I have pictures of Dave when Dave is in a really bad energy, and we were working through something, and literally as we worked through that energy, I took multiple pictures, and you can see the progression of the energy change on his face. Literally, true. I'm not going to post them because me and Dave have privacy, but I feel like that's what it's saying, because we get the Empress and we get the Six of Wands, so I feel like they're going to view you in a very high light. And the way you think of yourself is how others are going to view you. So make sure you're holding yourself in high regard and stepping into your power. But truly, as you feel about yourself, yeah. So Dave can really attest to that change in the energy on how you look. And the same goes for me. So yeah, so literally your eyes see people differently based on your energy alignment. So hi, Lauren, please ask your question. Ash, did you ask a question? I know I called you, but I don't remember giving you a message. So, but yes, literally, the more in alignment you are, you can literally see such a change. Hi, Jose. How are you? You can post your question. Good morning, Unity. How are you? Unity, where are you from? Soyu's going to have a message for you, I hear. Yeah. What part of Arizona? Dave and I got married in Sedona. Oh, I did ask for it. Thank you, MD, for all your help. For anyone that's just joining, I'm just going to let you know that the way my guide is working things, we just want you to have casual conversation in the chat, and then we will call on you and ask you to ask your question. Hey, Eliza. So she doesn't want you to just keep asking in your chat, in the chat, because as we're giving messages, she sometimes like to have a conversation back and forth. So, Lauren, can I initiate conversation with my ex? Thanks, Lauren, for subscribing to the channel. I am doing good. All About Maine. How are you doing? Yeah, Sedona is like my favorite. We went back there again this year. We got married in December and then went back in May, June at the end there. And just 1 second, guys. So. Oh! Darn it. Hold on. Hold on, everybody. I gotta do something. So I gotta put it on pause for just 1 second. So I'll be right. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I'm trying to do something and I apparently need to just stop. So I'm gonna stop because somebody just is projecting energy at me and I feel it and it's throwing something off. So I needed to just move that person out of my chat. So we will get back to right where we were. So Priyanka, I'm very sorry you got put in timeout. And Lauren, I'm pretty sure this was for you on my table. So we're going to go back to that, Lauren. Lauren, I feel like you're going to get clarity and you're going to really get to move forward. I feel like that person's trying to contact you. That high priestess, I feel like she's definitely getting stuff flowing into her. Oh, you get, yeah, you're leveling up so much, moving. I have to look and see. I feel like you can, but sometimes, that King of Swords is, off by himself. But I feel like you can bring that cycle around I feel like you're supposed to be working on raising your vibration. I think it's trying to level you up to, a new energy. And as you raise your vibration, you can really pull that in and do that communication. But I would make sure you're in really high vibration before you initiate any contact. So make sure you meditate and ask your guides for help. Before I have a conversation that's going to be hard, I ask Celia to step in. I've said it before, Dave and I were having an argument and I literally, before I had come in the house and before I walked back out, I asked, for that, I asked Celia to take over the conversation and step in and have the conversation with Dave because it was just escalating. And I couldn't hear Celia, but when I asked, I said, can I asked Celia, can you please have this conversation? And she did. And within 1 minute, the energy completely changed with Dave and I. He couldn't believe the difference. So you can always ask that. So Lauren, I think that was a message. I think we already got you, Lauren, earlier. All about Maine. Can we get your question? And Priyanka, you can put your question in. Yeah, Celia's just answering the question she's called to. Jose, we already got Lauren, so you can post your question. Let me look and see if you already posted it. Because I know Celia called you. And I know she called Priyanka and Unity. She's definitely called you as well because she's definitely got a message for you. Jose, I'm Joseph, Sagittarius, Y, George, Gemini, blocked me. Oh, you took it away. I couldn't get it all. Priyanka. Priyanka, we're going to get you right after Jose. No problem, Jose. Jose, where are you from? Celia wants to know. Guatemala. I feel like there's going to be some forward action because that Ace of Wands is forward action. But right now we have the moon on the bottom and then we have the Queen of Swords, which is definitely, she cuts that communication off if she feels like she's not being served. So I feel like you maybe need to look at, maybe your patterns in communication because, look at where your Chiron is. Celia's telling me. I feel like it's a pattern that you've had in the past with other people, and it's something you need to take a different perspective of. Maybe look at what the pattern is, and as you work towards, figuring out that pattern, do many people make you feel that way, Jose? And if so, working on getting clarity on that pattern and, can bring you that wish fulfillment you need. But I feel like, that opportunity can come, but not until you take the steps needed, to do some healing work on something from the past. Look at your past patterns in love. I think your energy is what's blocking it. You need to work on your past patterns in relationship. Priyanka. Thanks, Priyanka. Priyanka, I'm going to do something, okay? Dave, make Priyanka moderator because she always helps, please. Hi, Elin. Elin, you can put your question there. Priyanka, thanks for all your help. And Jolly, love from Sweden. Elin, make sure you're doing some self-love today. So we are going to get guidance for Elin. Elin, it's sometimes really just like taking your feet off and walking. I love to walk on the grass. I know some people don't have grass, but walking on the grass can really help. I feel like it's telling you balance your energy, Elin, because you get the Six of Pentacles. And make sure that is going back and forth and not being very one-sided for you, and that he's only getting the, energy from you. So I feel like as you stand in your power, you're going to bring that, in. And Elin, I told Dave something today to, move furniture around. He made me a new set. As you see, he moves, some stuff around. So sometimes doing those little changes can really change your vibration. It allows, that vibration to just automatically come up when you're doing dishes, driving, taking a shower. I feel like it can be. Write a little letter of how you would like it to be. I feel like he's going to follow your lead. So yes, if you're a little flirty, I feel like he will be as well. And we'll move on. All About Maine. Are you still here? All About Maine. Can we get your question? And if Unity's still here, we'll get Unity's question. All About Maine. Can you repost your you and Lamar? Yes, absolutely. So you told me to change decks too, so we're gonna do that. So guidance for All About Maine, about her and Lamar. All About Maine, you're going to definitely get some communication because that was just like the Uterus throat chakra thing. We get the Five of Pentacles. It's upside down, and I'm going to read it that way. I don't always take reversals, but the next card is the Sun. So I feel like it's going to change, and I feel like it's going to change quickly. So some communication. So whatever lack you've been having in that relationship can change super quick, just seeing it from a different perspective. Changing your focus. Sometimes, if we're really focused on that person, as soon as we really change our focus and start working on ourselves, that can come in super quickly. Another 5, if it's been causing you some chaos and conflict, write down, when else has it, what other relationship have you made you feel that way? And what, emotion is it causing you to feel? Because I feel like that's the work it's asking you to do. And as you do, it's going to bring, a new energy in that could be very fruitful because that it's got those beautiful oranges on that tree. But I feel like it's going to change really, really quickly as soon as you just see it from a different way or move your energy just a little bit. Pooja, there's no list. I'm just kind of doing it when my guide calls you to. He's a Taurus. I'll just tell you All About Maine. I'm a Taurus, and you can ask Dave. I move at Taurus time. I do things when I want to do them. And if I don't want to do it, I don't do it. So one of the things I've learned, do what I want to do. But I got that Sag energy because Sag is my rising. So I kind of, literally when I decide to do it, I'm going to go do it right then. Unity, will I get assistance? I need time to save my apartment. Will I get the assistance I need? Guidance for Unity. Unity, I feel like you're going to get communication because we get the 8 of Wands. There might even be more than one opportunity because we get the 8 of Wands, we get the 2 of Wands, we get the Lovers, and we get the High Priestess and the King of Wands. So I feel like you definitely could be getting the assistance you need. I feel like the universe is guiding it because you get the High Priestess and the Lovers. So I feel like you just have to, tell the universe that you trust it to bring you what you need because you get the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. So I feel like you're going to get that assistance with this. Yeah, definitely being guided. I feel like you need to ask the universe and then trust it. Earlier we got a message about trust. So, so I feel like that's a yes. Priyanka, that's why we get along. Priyanka, where do you live? Corinne, I've been waiting to ask Eric. I would get married and have children around. Corinne, we're getting you next. Oh yes, a good little mantra is everything is always working out. India, nice. I worked because I'm physical therapy assistant. I worked with a Priyanka. She had the most beautiful energy, so that's why I'm always very called to you. I loved her name, so I love your name. So yes, we love the Taurus. Look, that's okay. Some of my best friends in my entire life have all been Tauruses. I definitely seem to attract that energy. So, Corinne, we're going to get for you next. Corinne, so far you have the Hangman, the Devil, and the Strength card. And then one flipped over upside. So, and you get the Queen of Pentacles. For me, the Queen of Pentacles is that mother energy. So I feel like, the one card that can overcome the devil is the Strength card. And, that's super divinely guided. The last card is the Queen of Wands. So I feel like all of this is, write that in the story you want to have, Corinne. Write about the children you want to have. Really put that in there. Super guided for that. Yeah. Write that story, We've been working on all that work. So, I listen to Abraham all the time. I found a channel on YouTube that has the rampages and really love that energy. I hope you have a nice weekend too. Elin, I'll be on tomorrow if you want to pop in. Eliza, you can go ahead and post. White Lily, good morning. You can post your question. Yeah, Celia's my Abraham. You are welcome. I hope everyone is having a nice day. For anybody that's just popping in, we like you just to kind of post where you're from. And as my guide calls you, we'll have you put your question in. Hey, Dave, I got it. Look, I can do that much. Priyanka's a moderator now. Thank you for all your help always, Priyanka. Oh, I'm from California originally. I've been in Indiana for like 26 years, but Corinne, you can create it all. I feel like you're going to be once you get that little, I feel like, feel the feeling of it, of how it's going to be when you have your children. Because I feel like it's really a big time for change. White Lily is Aquarius in love with me. White Lily, hold on. She told me to change. So we're doing it. And Jolly, you can put your question in the chat next. White Lily, Aquarius. White Lily, I feel like there is some good energy there. You get the 10 of Cups. This deck has a couple of repeating cards. And Lily, you get the 10 of Cups twice. So I feel like overall, this is divinely guided. You get the 3 of Pentacles, which is a contract card for me. And normally the 3 of Pentacles, a lot for me is I feel it's me and Dave and Celia, my guide working together. Dave's guide too. Celia works for both of us. And then you get the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like I feel like maybe one of you is just kind of, hiding behind the mask right now. Sometimes there's a little illusion with that, but I feel like, as you really decide what you want, Lily, write that story of what you would like. You know, we are super powerful manifestors as we put, pen to paper. We can manifest really super good. Get the 10 of cups, it's twice in that deck and you get both of them, Lily. So wonderful energy. Your boyfriend's not talking to you, Anjali. We'll get you. Ganga, you can put your question in the chat. Where are you from, Ganga? Oh, yeah, we get the 10 of Wands. So we get the 10 of Wands on the bottom, and then we get the 2 of Swords, or the 2 of Wands. So I feel like this is, you're sitting and longing, and as long as you're kind of just sitting and waiting, nothing can move forward. I feel like since that person's walked away, you're just kind of waiting. She's just waiting too. But I feel like with this one, she's, listening to the messages of her guides. So if you're getting awoken in the middle of the night, I feel like you're trying to get some new guidance towards something really new. So maybe sometimes we have to step back and take boundaries and, be kind of guarded. All of these cards are wands, though. It's about what action are you taking? I feel it's wanting you to step into your spiritual path a little more because, we get the 1, 2, and then we get the 9, 10, it looks like we're missing all the little steps in the middle of that action is what Celia's saying. So I feel like it's asking you, to move forward on your path. All of these cards, the person is alone. So until you do some, healing of your own and having some boundaries, that energy can't come back around. But the underlying energy is, that Ace of Wands. So it can just, you just have to do a little healing work and do some of the, put the steps in to do a little bit of work. I feel like it's some of your energy that's blocking it, something you need to heal. So I feel like it's your energy that's blocking it, not that other person's. So Roma, welcome to the channel. Pooja, go ahead and ask your question. Unity, I'm trying to get him to post some more of his sound stuff. He did a little bit on coffee and cards. I'm going to try to maybe get him to do some coffee and cards with me tomorrow. We do that at 8 a.m. our time. He did it a couple of days ago, did a little bit of, he does sound bowls. So the singing bowls, he did a little sound bath for me before the live today. So just to help balance my energy back out. So everyone subscribe to Dave's channel. And Pooja, we're going to do you. Should I pursue the goal, what I'm aiming for? Absolutely. Who should we get? The Hierophant. And with this card, she's like joyously happy doing it. But just know, sometimes we begin a career and then there's some transformation. Dave's channel is what he's moderating under. If you click on his name, you can click on go to channel and it'll take you to it. It is big wave sound therapy. So I feel like that is a yes. I feel like there's going to be some transformation. I feel like, super divinely guided, because we get the Hierophant, the Death, the Justice, the Empress, and the 4 of Cups. I feel like it's going to start as one thing and then it's going to transform or take you onto so many other paths. I started out as a physical therapy assistant, and, that taught me that I had a gift in my hand. So, I feel like go for what you're training for, but I feel like it can definitely, morph into something definitely quite different. White Lily, I hope you get to feeling better. Are you not feeling good? What's going on? White Lily, what's going on? I missed that in the chat. Celia wants to know what's going on with White Lily. She said we're going to be nosy. COVID. Yeah, we've done that a couple of times. I'll send you some healing energy in a little bit, White Lily. Rest. Make sure you're okay. Rest. Make sure you're getting up, moving around. Don't just stay laying in bed. I know we don't always feel like getting up, but make sure you're getting up and moving around. Make sure you're definitely staying hydrated. I know we don't always feel like eating, but sometimes, make sure you're, taking care of yourself. But I'll send you a little Reiki energy when we're done. So Genga's reconciliation for Genga. We get the Magician card, so it looks like you may be in control of that as you balance your energy, because we get, the Magician, and we get, the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. I feel like you holding on to some energy from the past is going to stop it from moving forward. As you balance that energy, you can really, manifest anything you want. Neither of these person are really focused on the now. They're both looking and thinking about the past. And as you focus on that past, you're just going to keep circling that energy back around. As you see in that card, it's circling around. So what you focus on is what you're going to bring to you. So if you continue to focus on that person's not here, then you're going to continue to have that person's not here. Because if you see that person is alone, so definitely, I feel like it's part of your path with this person, because we get the Knight of Pentacles, which is in the physical. But the Knight of Pentacles is doing the work. He's doing the steps. The Knight of Pentacles is the only one of the knights that finishes the race, that gets to the end to enjoy the Pentacles of it all. So I feel like there's some inner work you need to work on healing, some energy that you're holding on to from the past. As you release that, there is okay. We are going to keep moving on. I hope everyone is doing well today. I just give whatever messages my guide wants to give. So you can just drop where you're from. As she sees you in the comment and feels the energy, she wants to connect with you, we'll call you and have you post your question. Missy, you can, Celia's saying post your list, and Casabel, go ahead and post your list. And Rupali, you can post your question too. So go ahead and post your questions, and we'll go ahead. Those are going to be the next three, Celia says. So Missy, and then Casabel, and then Rapala. And I would like to thank my moderators. You guys always help. I greatly appreciate it. I'm in a room without a clock, so I had no idea what time it is. I had to see. So, Casabel, yes, I'm just doing, if you can post a question or we can do general, whatever you would like. But we're just pulling tarot mostly right now. So just as I call you, you can post your question and then we'll answer it. And if you haven't had a question answered, Celia says, if you do donate to the channel, those questions do take priority, but we just are doing whatever we're called to. Sorry. Dave, that didn't work for me. Let me go back. So, Missy, JW, what my intuition keeps nudging me about marriage and success coming towards me. Sure. We'll get you, Missy. I feel like you're getting a lot of messages because you get the 8 of Wands. So yes, your intuition is very strong, my guide's saying. I feel like the happier you are, the more messages are coming in for you. But that's the happy, family. But I feel like the messages are coming in. So super good for you, Missy. Moving into calmer waters from where you have been in the past. I feel like you put a lot of thought in on what you're wanting. Yes, definitely self-care and shine. The more you're loving yourself, the better that you can manifest. But the higher vibration you're in does wonders. Thank you, Ash. That's what Celia's want. We're trying to, build our community. Missy, I posted a video a while back of yes, Celia said yes. So before I could even get finished reading the question, she's screaming yes in my head. But Missy, I'm guided to tell you how I manifest. I am married to my twin flame, Dave. I manifested him. I did a video. I did a couple of steps towards that. And you can use those steps really towards, manifesting anything you want. I wrote a list. I listened to a lot of Abraham. I did a focus wheel and changed things. Once you change that energy, it's really good. You can get examples of focus wheels on Google. So yeah, it's not easy, but you can definitely appreciate, So you says be in that mode of appreciation and work on your manifesting, but you can really manifest, focus wheels are the super best. Me and Dave have gotten where we can just kind of, when the energy's a little wonky, we kind of just do like a verbal focus wheel between the two of us because we've been, we're practicing on things. So, so I would do a focus wheel for that. And yeah, Celia said yes on that. Sometimes you got to just, she's telling me to tell you the last part about how I manifested Dave. I had somebody that came back in my life that wasn't really best for me. So I literally told them I'm dating for marriage. And you know what? The next person I dated was Dave and we got married. So your words are super, super, super powerful. Just know that. So, and just know you're so surrounded. There's so much energy around right now. It's not going to let me move on until we get our message done. So, Missy, look where your Chiron is in your chart. I know that's what I had to heal to really help my path move forward. Um, and so he always has me bring my little paper. So this is what Chiron looks in your chart. It's the picture of a key, and Celia says, that is the key to, really healing your stuff. So, she really wants me to tell you all that. So look at my video about how I manifested my twin flame, and you can modify that, a little bit for your situation to manifest exactly what you want. And do you read tarot? Or ask your guides for a specific sign? Because I feel like there's so much love and energy surrounding you that wants to be healed. So yeah, Celia's like really, really insistent on that. So, Missy, we also have a Facebook private group, that, we're just trying to build our soul tribe. I'm going to do a live in there a couple times a week. So you're more than welcome to join there. So, we're just building our soul tribe. So, hi, the Dollface Diva. How are you doing today? And did we get Casavel's question? I'm sorry. Let me look. Sometimes so you just, yeah, are you just wanting a general? So yeah, I'm just following what Celia's saying. I am doing really well. And Rapali are you still here? Can you post your question? I don't see it in the chat. Oh, a general. We are actually going to move on. The Dollface Diva and the Queen of Humility, if you would both like to post your questions, we will get to you next. And then Catherine. So, so you just tell me just to do the ones where people are here. So we are doing that. So. The Dollface Diva, any messages from spirit? Absolutely. I know it's up in the chat. I'm just trying something different. So if one of my moderators could repost it, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate you all. I'm going to send a little energy to all of you later, just for all your help today. You are very welcome. And welcome to the Soul Tribe. I feel like I'll see you again, Missy. For the Dollface Diva, we get the Queen of Coins, which I feel like that's you really stepping into, your self-love and your power. So really, really, I feel like you're really shining your light. So as you're stepping into your power and shining your light, we get the Lovers card. So I feel like you're being very balanced. And we get the Judgment card. So, and the Three of Cups. I feel like you may meet someone. If you're single, Celia's saying this is like the holiday. Sometimes the Three of Cups can be, wishy-washy energy, but I feel like something on the next holiday is going to happen, either like an elevation with a romance, bringing in a new person or something. So yeah, something that's going to bring you much clarity. Yeah. So she's saying stand in your power. Queen of Humility. I just sent out a resume. Yeah, absolutely, Queen. We're going to get a card for you. We get the High Priestess, the Three of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, the Devil's on the bottom, and we get the Page of Cups. So I feel like you're going to be getting a message I feel like it's going to be good news for that position because we get the page here. Just make sure make sure it's not going to be toxic energy there. If you left a position in the past and there was, a lot of toxic energy in that past energy, just know if you haven't worked on that energy of why you left that job, then it's going to remanifest in the physical. So I feel like Celia's telling you take some time to reflect on what happened with your last job. And as you heal that energy, it can, otherwise you're going to pull that energy just right forward. That was very toxic. And I feel like this is a chance, if you look at this card, that door is open on that cage. You can really free yourself and really move into the job that you want by just reflecting on what happened on your last job, how it ended. Yeah, I feel like it's definitely going to come around. I want to thank everyone for being here. I feel like Celia's needing a break, so she's like tapping on me, telling me I need a break. So we are going to take a break. I hope everyone has a great day. I'm going to probably be back on later to do another live. So I will hope to see you then. Have a great day. Thank you.